Hey y'all, welcome back to Resin Me Up. So today is Coasting Through the Week, Wednesday. And today we are going to use the new flower coasters that Rosa Downey sent. And we're going to try some blooms today, but we're going to do them a little different than I normally do. And so what I've done already, because I'm trying to keep the time down, I have brushed around the very base of these with two different colors of chameleon powder. And these two are a purple green, or purple teal, really, a purple teal shift. These are a pink and orange shift. And there is a little bit of a green, but it's mostly pink and orange. And so they're brushed, everything's cleaned. And so what we're going to do first, before we do the bloom part, is we're going to fill these up to the actual centerpiece with black resin. And then once those are cured, then we'll come back and we're going to do the blooms. And the reason for that is because you need to have a level surface for your blooms, or otherwise it'll just roll off and it'll go down in those parts, and that defeats the purpose of your bloom. So I'm going to go ahead. I've got my black mixed up here, and I'm using the Bond Crafter 1-to-1, and I've mixed in some black pigment paste, and I'm using the T-Expert. I have all kinds of different black pigment paste. That's just the first one I grabbed. So we're going to go ahead and pour these. Let me, I'm going to try to get as close to that edge as I possibly can so that I'm not pouring it in the center, since I already have those cleaned. So we're just going to pour like right there and then let it move around. Okay, let's check on this one. All right, I think that one is up to the edge. So we're going to go ahead, see if I can't get this off of here. And then I'll just clean that up off that edge. Sometimes these aren't the easiest to fill, but that one's pretty doggone close. You could use a syringe, I guess, or a pipette to get it exact. Okay, I'll get these cleaned up, and then when they're cured, then we'll come back. I got lots extra. We'll come back, and then we'll start the bloom process. Okay? I don't know if that was the smartest way to do that, but that's okay, because I can clean this off. Not a problem. All right. We'll see you back on cured state. All right. Bye. Okay, y'all. It is bloom time. So my resin is up to temperature. I'm going to go ahead and mix up some white. And then we're just going to pour some resin in these. I may have too much. But that's okay. I have something else over here that I can put it in that I'm working on. It's extra. Nothing major. Oh, look here. All right. I think that's good. All right. Let me go in here and release any of these bubbles that are on the bottom. All right. Got my long neck knot lighter filled up finally. Took me forever. Okay. You want to make sure you have everything out of your resin, because any fluff or anything like that, your resin can't move around it. Still see something in there. Come here, you. I still didn't get it. Just a second. Let me get a clean paper towel. Maybe that's my problem. It's right there. Gotcha. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop my colors, and then we'll mix up my white. So we're going to go with orange. I think we're doing orange and pink, right? Orange and pink. Whoops. Didn't mean to. Oh, I guess I better check my colors. Oh no. Yeah, that one's orange. I think that one's blue. Oh goodness. This one's orange. This one's orange. Guess what? We're going to have our colors all mixed up. I totally forgot that I did these in different colors. Oopsie. Well, I guess we're going to have mixed match coasters. Oh well. Too late now. I think I'm going to use this turquoise from Let's Resin, because that ocean, now that it's gotten so far down, it's got chunks in the bottom of it, and I don't like it. One more. Okay, I got to get a pink. Pinka, pinka, pinka. Where is my fuchsia? Fayou or magenta, I guess it is. Magenta. Okay. White. Res. That's what I always use. I'll wipe off my stick. Maybe I had just a little bit more. I think I had just a little too much white. Okay. Now, how I'm going to petal today is going to be a little different. I was going to use a different stick, but I guess we'll just go ahead with this. We're going to start on the outside and work our way in. Secret to these petals is you got to keep your stick loaded. Just like that. And you're just going to skim it across the top of the resin, just like that. I got a little too much color with that one. Oops, did I do that one? Yep, I did. Oops. I keep hitting the side of my cup. These kind of petals take a little bit of practice, but you can do it. There's no rush. So there's no reason to get excited. Just take your time. Once you figure it out, then you just let it skim right off the top. Kind of looks like a rose. Shoot. I hit this bottle. Gotta have everything out of your way. To go down deep to get some white. Okay, there you have it. Torch. Get all those bubbles out of there. Actually, it's not a torch. It's a long neck lighter. I think there must be a goober in there. Yep. Right there and right there. And we're going to fix any places that are a little wonky with a tool. Like, where did I see that? Right there. See that? That must have been a bubble. Any of your pieces that are kind of heavy, you just straighten them out just a little bit. But we should I pulled that one the wrong way. Okay, well, that's it. We're going to let them bloom, see how they turn out. We're not pulling anything anywhere. We're just letting them bloom. Okay? All right. We'll be back. I'm not quite sure if we're going to back them yet, so I'll be back. Hey, y'all. It's time to back. So here's what I think I'm going to do. I've got some black resin mixed up here. And I thought, what if we added just a little bit of each one of these colors in there? I have no clue what it'll look like, but I have some backup here if it's going to look ridiculous. And I'm not talking like a whole lot, just a little tiny bit of each one. And because there really isn't much left in either one of these. I think that pretty much does this one in. And these are the colors that I brushed around the edges. I think it was this color, not that color. That one was a green. Yeah. Let's see what this does to this black. Because, you know, we like to have our black to have just a little bit of pizzazz, you know, on the back. And I didn't want to put glitter because I just didn't want to. And you guys can see how these blooms took shape. This one, these two here, it's kind of crazy because the centers didn't close on them, but I'm wondering if it, because those are the ones I used the Let's Resin, the turquoise Let's Resin on. And I'm wondering if it's because, you can see a little bit of that in there, that turquoise that I used is an old, the bottle's not new. And the magenta that I used on this one was a newer bottle. So I'm wondering if that's why, you know, those didn't close, because that turquoise was an older bottle. So the bottom, you know, I don't know. That's just my guess. I'm just guessing, because it's weird that it's different than the other ones. So there's what we got. I think it looks pretty cool. All right, I'll give this one more mix, and then I'll go run it through my vacuum chamber, and then we'll be back and we'll get these backed. Okay? All right, BRB. Okay, here we go. Okay, well, I will mix up the rest of this, get these on, and then we'll come back when we're ready to demold. Okay? All right, see you later. Bye. Okay, y'all, guess what's done? These are done. However, I have so many extras that I need to show you before we take these out of the molds. Plus, they're still a little warm from being in the resin curing machine. So with all of this resin that I've been doing for the last couple of days, I have lots of extras, and I thought I would wait till today to make sure that they're all completely cured. So I did a bowl. So with black resin, I did a bowl, and I used the Let's Resin pigment paste. This time I used the yellow and the green, and instead of putting it just raw out of the bottle, this time I mixed it with some extra clear, and so I made a yellow and a green, and then I put black in the bowl first, and then I poured yellow, and then I poured black, and then I poured green, and then I poured black, and then I did another layer of yellow and green. So are you guys ready to see how this turned out? I really didn't honestly think that with the black that these colors would show. So look at that. Is that not awesome or what? I was so shocked. I mean, yellow will show up obviously with black, but I really didn't think the green would show up. And so you can see it's all down inside there. The black obviously at the bottom is black, which is okay. I mean, here is okay, but it like just went all over inside of there. And then when you turn it over, you can see where I did the yellow and then the green and then the yellow, and then there's some green right in there. But wow, did that ever turn out cool. So these pigment paste, you can really do a lot with these. And so just messing with them, putting them in by, right straight out of the bottle, and then mixing in them with resin, and then using white, using clear, using black. So yeah, so I'm really liking these pigment pastes. They're pretty doggone cool. So if you guys haven't got yourself a set of these, you really need to, because they're so versatile. You can make blooms with them. You can mix the colors. You can, wow. I mean, look at that. That is really cool. It almost looks like an eyeball, a giant eyeball. So I was really pleased with that. That's really cool. Looks like an iris. Yeah, so there's one. I haven't got the other ones out of the mold yet because I haven't had a chance. Now, haven't had a chance to mess with the Let's Resin pastel alcohol inks yet. And so I got those out and I messed around with those. And the colors I used were the pistachio, the aqua frost, and the lavender. So the first one we're going to reveal that I messed with was this aqua frost. I really like that color. You know me and teal. So I got out this guy and I did my swirl technique, and look at that before I even get it out. It's really kind of cool. So let's see how well that stayed in there. And I did put eyeballs in him, so we'll see. Because just in case it worked, I wanted to see how cool it would look. And this is the chameleon from Let's Resin as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, it worked. So the key to these is, as I've said all along, you gotta break those up with that clear resin. And let's see if I can get his head off here. And these guys have been sitting for a couple days, so. Okay. So, look at that. That is phenomenal. The only place I got a line was right there, and then right here. But this is because when I did this right here, I just pulled it around his tail, trying to get it around. And wow, look at that. It's kind of smoky looking. And there is all kinds of, I got a little bubble under his neck, but there is all kinds of detail, swirls, feathering, all of that in there. That is really cool. His eyes are still a little tacky. I need to fix those. But yeah, so that's really cool. So we'll figure out a little something to decorate him up just a little bit. But yeah, I love it. Can you guys see all that detail there in him? Like down in there and there. It's just phenomenal. So yeah, they did work exactly how I thought they would, you know, with my swirl technique, which is really cool. So it works along the same lines as the enoki does from Octopus Inks. So if you do it right and you break it up just right, it will work. And you get color too. So that's even better. I did get a little bit right there behind his arm, but you can't really see it. And it blended well in there. So yeah, I like it. And his eyes are cute. I got them to match. All right, so there's one. Now, this little thing, I did the swirl technique on this too, but this is kind of deceiving. My daughter asked me to order this because, believe it or not, she wants to use it in her bathroom for like toothbrushes and toothpaste and stuff. But I don't know I've never done one of these before. So I ordered it and went to put stuff in it. And I thought that this went all the way down here, which duh, it doesn't, but I don't know what I was thinking. So when I poured the first round of resin in there, I stepped back and I looked and I was like, what? That's not how that works. And so I was a little deceived at first, but now that I know what it looks like, it's so in this one, I marbled or did my swirl technique with the frost, the pistachio, and the lavender. Now, I've never demolded one of these, so no clue how this works, but so we'll see how well it worked in here. I'm sure I'll have to put mold release on that next time. Okay, so this one didn't do too bad. I wish I would have got some down here a little more, but not too shabby for, the wispies, in there. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, I did get a couple lines over here, but other than that, I mean, I think it looks pretty cool. Really, I mean, for not knowing where this was all going, I think it turned out pretty good. Next time I'll know that this goes all the way, where it goes. But look at that. Is that not cool? You know what it reminds me of is you see those things where they take fog or whatever it is, and I don't know what it is, but that's what that looks like. It looks like it's the fog, colored fog rolling in. So yeah, and then when it sits down, the colors, you can see them through the edge of it. Yeah, well, now I know how to use this mold. So yeah, so there's those. Those were my extras. You guys will have to let me know what you think about that. So the next time I do it, I'll let you guys watch me do it. Okay, so let's look at these and see how these blooms came out. I'm curious. Okay, how do we get these off? Okay, so you got to start on one side and then just kind of go around. And I went underneath the edges of this because they go under, and I went under it several times to get bubbles. Now remember, I was trying to color coordinate these and I didn't keep track of the colors like a ding dong. Okay, are we ready? All right, let's do this one first. So this one was pink and green, or pink and orange, and it was supposed to be a pink and orange bloom, and I didn't keep track. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Look. Oh, I did do this one right. Oh, yay. Look at that. Now remember how I did the bloom, their petals. I did the rose type shape or whatever. Yay, that one looks good. Okay, now this one is the pink and orange, and I think I did green on this one. Green and whatever. Okay, ready? Now, this is the one, remember I was telling you before I put the backs on them that I did the turquoise, the green on the outside and the turquoise in the center. And the center, see how this one closed? The turquoise didn't close on the center of this one for some reason, but I think it's because the turquoise alcohol ink is old. I need to put a new one out. So there's that one. And this should have been the teal edge. Okay. This one is the teal edge and should have been a teal. So it may or may not be right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, this one's good. Pretty. And see, when you do this technique, you can go in and make these edges softer, you know, if you want to. But with this technique, it really doesn't matter because it's part of the, you know, the design of the flower. Like this makes the design on the center look like those whatever things, whatever those things are called. So yeah, that one looks good too. Okay, last one will be pink and a teal. Oh, look at that. Oh, that one's a small one. So those ones didn't fan out as much as the greens. The greens did. But pretty nonetheless. I did get a few bubbles around the edges here. But that's okay. There's one right there on that edge. But yeah. So very pretty. Very, very pretty. So there are the blooms on the new flower coasters that Rosa got for me and in Happy Mail. And I am very pleased with how they turned out. Let's see, do they sit on top of each other? Yes, they do. So they do stack. Very, very nice. I like them. And the blooms turned out great for my first time doing it that way. Very pretty. Yeah, even though my orange turned a little yellow, which is okay. But yeah, very pretty. What do you guys think? Yeah, I like it. All right, y'all. Well, remember, this is a collaboration for Coasting Through the Week, and the collaboration is between me, Marva at Marvelous Artsy, Tammy at Epoxy Me That, Laura at Laura's Design Studio, not Laura's Art Corner, and I guess Laura said that, so I'm going to put this out there, Laura's having a lot of problems with people confusing her channel with Laura's Art Corner, and so it's Laura's Design Studio, and then Tim, the Base Resonator, and every week we do a collab using coasters, and you can do whatever you want with coasters. And so I know that Gloria from Coastal Resin by Gloria joined us this week because she did email me. I don't know if everyone, like our normals, like Better Than Birds, Julie, Janet's Creations, or Jennifer the Crazy Crafter, or J.R. Burris. I'm not, and Marilyn at the Artistry Corner. I'm not sure if any of these guys have joined. Generally, if you did join, it's not a big deal because we go out, Laura and I generally go out and look to see if there's videos out there. And if there is, we add you to the playlist. So that's not a big deal. Don't stress over it. And we check those all day today and then sometimes into tomorrow. So if you didn't get your video in time, it's not the end of the world. We'll get you added to the playlist. It's not that big of a deal. And as far as the list itself, Laura and I have been looking at that, and we are trying to decide if we need to clean those older videos out of there, because when you add videos to the list. All the new ones are always at the beginning of the list, always. So if we did remove the old videos from the playlist, what would we do with them? If somebody wanted to go back and review the old videos from Coasting Through the Week, you know, do we do a Coasting Through the Week? I mean, I don't know, what should we do? I mean, because I know that people like to go back and watch previous videos. So if we remove the old videos, we need to keep them in a specific spot so that people can go and watch them. So, and I know that the videos are all on everybody's channel, but people like playlists. You know, I hear this over and over on my channel, is that people like playlists. They like to be able to go out and click a playlist, and while they're cleaning, while they're, you know, doing things at home or whatever, they like to click a playlist and they like to watch a playlist. They don't want to have to go out and search different channels. So we need to decide what we're going to do with the old videos if we remove them. If not, we'll keep them in the same place, and the new videos are always at the top of the collab playlist. So I don't know, Tim, Marva, Tammy, Laura, y'all need to let me know what you think, because I'll move them. I just need to know where what we need to call the new list for me to move them to, so that people can still watch those previous videos, and what we should call it. So calling you out, y'all. All right, y'all, that's it for me today. That is my video for Coasting Through the Week, plus my extras. Let me know what you think about my extras, and also my Coasting Through the Week video, or my Coasting Through the Week coasters. And yeah, so remember, stay curious, stay creative, always stay positive, be kind, and we will see you tomorrow for another video. Take care, y'all. Have a great day. Bye.